Happy New Year! Whew, it feels good to have a fresh start, fresh new year. Not that last year was bad or anything, but I just need a kick in the butt to get started. And it's been a pretty crazy journey. I feel like this year has been insane, and I'm not gonna lie, I took a break from YouTube and from social media for probably about 2 months, and I didn't really post anything on Instagram, did not film anything for YouTube, did not even try to film anything for YouTube, and I felt really guilty about that. I felt like I was letting myself down, I was letting you guys down. To be honest with you, it was really hard to take that break, but it was also like super necessary. I feel like I'm in a better place mentally, and I feel like now I want to get out of my shell, get out of hibernation, get out of, you know, the rut, and I would like to just start the new year off with a bang, you know? There's something that I've kind of been keeping to myself for a long time now, and I think I'm ready to finally talk about it and be open about it. And it's nothing like to be ashamed about, but I started going to therapy. It actually started off as couples therapy for me and my boyfriend, and we started going July, end of June, first week of July, I want to say. And we actually stopped going on December 10th. That was our last session. We would go to therapy once a week, and we would go see our therapist, and it would be me and him, or it would be just me, or it would be just him, or it would be like half me, half him, like half the session split up. We started going because we were just fighting a lot and not really getting along, and to be honest, like dead serious, on the verge of breaking up. And me and my boyfriend have been together for 7 years. It's been a long time. We've been on and off, like we would, you know, break up for 6 months or a year and then get back together. We've only broken up, I think, 3 times over the 7 years. But this time, like, we live together and we have our own place and we have responsibilities together and we have a life together. So this time around, it wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna break up and like this is gonna be it, like I don't want to be with you anymore. It was like, we need to get help, like we need to fix this because we love each other deeply and we want to be together and we are each other's best friends. We need to fix it. So that's what happened. We ended up going to therapy and couples therapy, and then it started, you know, once we learned what we needed to learn from the therapist and worked out our issues, it turned into more of like individual therapy. 1 week I would see her, 1 week he would see her, 1 week we would see each other together, and it ended up being this whole like experience. And during that time I learned a lot about myself. I learned so much about my partner, and I learned just basically, I don't know, to be more emotional. I feel like to open myself up more to people, to be vulnerable, to learn how to connect with people, and just kind of understand that we all have different perspectives in life, and basically to approach life and people and situations with compassion, and to learn that, you know, maybe not how you feel is not how other people feel, and vice versa. Like, you have to kind of put yourself in other people's shoes. And once you learn how to be compassionate and learn how to see things from other people's perspective, it really begins to like change you. I feel like the person that I am now and the person I am today is so much different than the person I was 6 months ago. It's hard. I don't want to get emotional, but I feel like I've really grown as a person and I've really come a long way, and I'm really proud of myself. And therapy did that. Like you sit down and you talk to somebody about how you feel and about things that are happening in your life, and you know, talk about your relationships and your friendships and about yourself. And it's just an eye-opening experience, and I really hope that everyone gets to experience that. Not even if it's like individual therapy, but couples therapy or family therapy, or you know, any type of counseling is awesome in my opinion. And I feel like it's not something to be ashamed of, and not something that people should look for as a weakness. All of my close family and friends know that me and my boyfriend were going to therapy, and that I was going to therapy. It took me about 3 months to open up and tell people that I was going. And then after I did, I kind of realized, like, why was I keeping it a secret? Like, why was I trying to, I don't know, keep it to myself? It's a beautiful experience. I'm very proud that we were going, and it really helped me a lot, and it helped me with my relationships with other people. So once I kind of like spilled the beans and told everybody that I was going, I like did not regret it at all. I felt like I kind of like gave people a clue, like, hey, I'm going and I'm trying to make myself better. I'm trying to be a better person, and I'm trying to be a better friend or a better daughter or a better coworker or a better human being. Like, once people kind of know that you're trying to work on yourself, they kind of have a little bit of a respect for you. I feel like all the people that I've told in my life were 100% supportive, and they were like gung-ho for it. So I had a really positive experience, like coming out with telling people that I was going to therapy. You know, a lot of people don't tell people that they're going to therapy. They think that it's, you know, something to be ashamed of, or that, you know, it was showing weakness. And it's sad that there's a stigma around going to therapy or getting help or mental health, you know, and it sucks. And I feel like society is starting to change when it comes to mental health, and like people are starting to talk more about mental health problems, and we're going in the right direction. And I feel like, you know, by 2020, everyone should be seeing their own therapist, I feel like. Like, honestly, the way that this world is going and the direction that's going, I feel like everyone should have their own personal therapist, so we can go into the future like peaceful. Yeah, that's like a big thing that I've kind of not necessarily been hiding, but I haven't really shared with you guys. And I feel like it's really honestly a big part of my life, and I couldn't express who I am if I didn't let that out and like tell you guys what I've been up to and what I've been feeling and where my mental state is. So with that being said, I really want to start off this new year with positivity and compassion, and, you know, just being kind to one another and connecting. That's ultimately what we strive for, is connection in life. And I feel like the more people that you connect with and the more people that you know, show compassion for, I feel like the greater it helps you inside. Honestly, when you're nice to someone, it makes you feel good. And that's how it should be. I feel like, you know, random acts of kindness, or just telling someone like, hey, you're really smart, or hey, you're really beautiful, or, you know, wow, you're really good at that one thing. Like, wow, that's amazing. How do you do that? Like, just showing someone kindness makes you feel good. And I feel like we should all spread that around the world. Anyways, I'm feeling really sentimental today. I guess I haven't really talked about this like out loud. I've really just been thinking about it in my head, about just how long like this journey has been and how I've been feeling, and I don't know, it's emotional. I wanted to start a series on my channel, and it's something that is very deep, and it's like invasive in a way, and I feel like it would really push me to, you know, connect with you guys and to open up and to not be so closed off, because this is the internet and it can be very harsh and very mean, and it's really hard to like put yourself out there, but I feel like it's necessary for me to do this. It's kind of like a challenge to myself. So these are some cards that I bought off of Amazon, and I actually experienced these cards in therapy. That's how I found out about these. And once me and the therapist played this game, and once we played this game, I fell in love. I love these cards. I think they're amazing. They're really good for, you can like journal with these, you can meditate with these cards, you can, you know, sit down and play a game like I did with my therapist. You can play with like 2 people or 3 people or a group of people or by yourself, or do what I'm doing, creating a series on my channel answering these questions. So it is called Empowering Questions. So it's basically a bunch of cards, and the cards range in questions. They could be very fun, superficial, you know, dumb little joyful questions, and then some of the questions are like very deep, like very, very, very deep. And I feel like this is a challenge to answer one of these deep questions once a week on my channel, and encourage you guys to answer these questions yourself. Either, you know, watch the video and think about the question and journal about it, you know, comment down below what your response to the question is. I mean, we all have our own ways of how we like to vent, but this is heavy. This is a challenge. So, and I'm gonna start today. So I'm gonna shuffle these cards up. And what's really cool about these cards is that they're really cheap. So if you wanna buy them, I'll link them down below. I think it's like $13. So I'm just gonna pick one off the top, and I'm just gonna set these down like in my room so I don't get them confused with like, you know, repetitive answering the questions again. So the first question is, okay, so this is a good first question. Is there something in my life that makes me forget time while I'm doing it? What is it? That's so easy. I have 2 things. 2 things that make me forget about time, and it is YouTube and editing. I can spend hours filming a video, hours editing a video, hours, you know, making a thumbnail, and I don't even realize how much time I spend on it because I'm so focused and involved in it, and it doesn't even occur to me like what is going on, what time is it the next day, is it midnight? Like, definitely that's one thing that I have always noticed, is I always lose track of time when it comes to YouTube. The second thing I always lose track of time of is painting my nails. I actually started a new little hobby of mine. I love painting my nails, giving myself manicures. I change my nail polish once a week. This week is silvery gold for New Year's, and next week it'll probably be like a dark blue, I don't know. And whenever I'm doing my nails, I just totally like forget about life. I put on a little movie, or while my boyfriend's watching football, and I hate football so much, like it's the only sport I don't like. While he's doing that, I'm doing my nails, and we're both happy sitting there doing something that we like. And yeah, it's just something that I love doing. And I used to bite my nails. It was a bad habit, and now I don't bite my nails anymore, so I'm able to paint them and do fun things with them. So yeah, that is the first question this week. And so I will put that aside, and then next week when I film again, I will film the next question and answer it. So now I pass this off to you. If you guys are brave enough to go along with this journey with me, go ahead and answer this question down below. What is something that you do in your life that you just lose track of time, that you forget what you're doing, and you're just so passionate about it, so involved in it? And what is it? Comment down below. I would like to know what you do in your life that just you lose track of time. I love you guys. I'm so happy to be back. I've missed you all like crazy. 2019 is gonna be amazing, and I hope that you guys treat yourself and others with kindness and compassion. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.